In the 3 million pages of Jeffrey Epstein files the Department of Justice just released, there's a proposal to harvest the gut bacteria of Nepali newborns. The pitch to Epstein, and I'm quoting directly from a real email, said children's feces in the Himalayan region could contain medicine. This is Project Endobiotica, and the uncomfortable part isn't that it exists. The uncomfortable part is that he wasn't crazy. Jeffrey Epstein had a problem money couldn't solve: death. So he tried to buy his way out of it. The files document the receipts. Hundreds of thousands wired to Harvard geneticists, funding for transhumanist groups pushing AI to reverse aging. A 2014 invoice from a Mass General doctor pitching to edit Epstein's stem cells with CRISPR. This was a man who had his staff bake him the same high-fiber brand muffins every single morning, who told associates he wanted his head and his penis frozen after death so he could be resurrected to spread his DNA. That's a real detail. That's in the New York Times. But somewhere between the gene editing and the cryogenics, Epstein quietly pivoted. He stopped looking in sterile Harvard labs, and he started looking at Nepal. Project Endobiotica wasn't about genes. It was about microbes. The proposal was to locate newborns in the highest altitude villages of Nepal and Tibet and study their gut bacteria. The idea being that these communities, untouched by industrial food and industrial medicine, held a pristine biological inheritance the rest of the world had already destroyed. Which raises the only question that matters. Why did a billionaire with Nobel laureates on speed dial suddenly care about Himalayan baby poop? Here's what he knew. The human body has about 21,000 genes. A common earthworm has more. We survive because we outsource nearly all of our genetic work. Some estimates put it near 99%, to the trillions of bacteria living inside us. And those bacteria don't just digest your food. Most of your body's serotonin, the chemical most associated with mood, is manufactured in your gut. Signals travel up the vagus nerve directly into your brainstem. Your gut isn't a side character in your biology, it's a second brain. Now here's where Nepal comes in. A team of Stanford researchers, led by a Nepali postdoc named Aashish Jha, studied 4 populations in Nepal: the Chepang, the Raute, the Raji, and the Tharu. What they found was that the further back a community's lifestyle was from industrial food, the more diverse and resilient their gut microbiome. The Chepang foragers had microbes almost nothing like anyone in the United States. These microbes evolve under extreme UV radiation, low oxygen, freezing cold, and they've been cultivated for centuries in the traditional ferments of the region: kinema, gundruk, chirpi, tongba. Fermented soybeans, fermented mustard greens, dried yak cheese, fermented millet. This isn't folklore, it's published science. Now sit with the irony for a second. Epstein identified these microbes as a biological treasure worth an international research project. At the same time, in every Whole Foods in America, the wellness industry is selling you probiotic pills for $150 a month. 15 isolated strains, lab-grown, often dead on arrival. A recent transparency investigation of 56 major probiotic brands found that 94% of them failed basic purity and survivability standards. You are paying luxury prices for bacteria that won't even survive your stomach acid. A $50 billion industry is in a gold rush to monopolize gut health. The thing they're trying to monopolize was never locked away. It was never patented. It has existed for centuries, in clay pots, in traditions all over the world. Kimchi in Korea, sauerkraut in Germany, kefir in the Caucasus, and most densely, most potently, in the fermented foods of the Himalayas. The most advanced biological pharmacy on Earth, the one a billionaire with unlimited resources identified as a secret worth stealing, was never a secret. It was an inheritance, open source, passed down, accessible to anyone with a kitchen and a diet of whole plants. Jeffrey Epstein treated longevity like a commodity. He hoarded it, funded it, tried to engineer it out of the DNA of other people's children. The pharmacy he spent millions hunting was sitting on a dinner table in a village he'd never visit, in a clay pot that cost $3, in a recipe his money could never buy because it was never for sale. Your biological inheritance is already yours. It always was. If this changed how you think about what's actually on your dinner table, subscribe to EyeQbee.